And good morning guys and ladies, thank you for joining us. I'm going to transition over onto the screen, there we go. Welcome to Nice, Côte d'Azur in a beautiful but cloudy day. Looks fantastic. I've got the new FSN answer running. It's a little bit dark still. I've spoken to Enrico about it. I'm very excited about what's planned and what we are able to see in our simulators already. So I hope you enjoy all the clouds and the new way it looks like and all these things. So without further ado, let's get going. I've been kind of busy this morning. I think some of you have seen this on Facebook, running to and fro and trying to test all the different versions of the Zibo and get things going. And eventually we got version 3.26 working, and here we are. So this is 3.26. And I did have the magenta line and the duct pressure before the stream, so yes, hoping everything is still fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly run through my normal little quick tests. This is my first flight for the day, so just want to see that we don't have any issues that could be obstructing us. Let's get some power onto this baby. Alright guys, if you are new on the stream, I did see Katika, I think you knew. I haven't seen your name before. Guys, feel free to chat with me, throw your comments. In the stream, I try and keep it real. I am not the best entertainer in the world. I do my thing, and we interact and we just keep it friendly, and then everybody's happy. And so, if you've got questions or suggestions, throw them at me. That's what the chat's there for. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing, buddy? Guys, can you hear me okay? Is my voice coming through all right? I just don't want you guys not to hear me. I bent my mic a little bit, so I don't want it to be too loud or too soft, somewhere in the middle. I'm on Discord. You're welcome to join me. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. Welcome. I'm grateful that you are here. Uncle John is traveling today, so he'll only be home later this afternoon. We might see him in the evening then, but it's nice to have a friendly person with me here.
glad to be here. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, we're taking 4 left. So while I'm concentrating, good morning, Kevin. While I'm concentrating, how's your week been? You know, how did it go for you? Did you have a good one?
Yes, it's been a pretty good week for me. Pretty busy, varied, entertaining,
Okay.
frustrating in parts, but that's a good challenge when it turns out well. Yeah,
For sure. Life,
very good, very good.
life. I did not have the best of weeks, but also, I mean, the ups and downs were huge, but we made it. I'm grateful that I can be streaming today with a smile on my face at least.
Yeah, sometimes we have to be grateful, don't we?
Always, always. 16B. Alright, so that's one restriction. I chose this massively weird approach because I want to see how the Zibo does with it. So basically what happens, according to the chart, is we're going to fly over the airport. We're going to hit the VOR there, the Geneva VOR. Then we're going to turn out to the right. That's an RNAV approach, by the way. And then we're going to come back to this point over there. And then we're going to turn back onto the ILS. So I don't know why I did it. I think it's partly because I'm looking for a challenge, and you know I really want to see what the Zibo does with it, and also I'm a bit crazy, so we'll see. We'll see how it flies that one today.
That looks really interesting. Good.
Yeah, very, very. So we'll keep our eye on exactly how it runs, because I see there's a vector there. Hmm. I'm thinking I'm seeing a bit of doubles here. Let's quickly have a look again. Let me get my navigraph on my second screen here so we can just follow. Well, I can follow there. Right, so that's CPY, right. And this Belka. Right, then we get the VOR. Yeah, below. That's correct. And then 502. Yeah, that's 502. Right, and it says vectors. Correct. That's where the issue comes in. We're not supposed to go back to the VOR. We are supposed to then go right, PAS is a VOR, alright, but not that one. Then, not, no. That one. This. Right, so from G502, we will then use vectors to go to P0. Is that right? Don't think so. Oh, no, no. Belka. That's correct. So we're going to go to that little waypoint, and then we're going to probably, well, I'll just make the vector to make a nice turn back onto the ILS. Alright, okay. Fair enough. That looks better. That's interesting. Top Cat really wants us to perform very well today. I'm gonna drop that a little bit. Something like that. That's a little bit better. Right.
Did Top Cat want you to avoid some terrain, or is it a short runway, or what's the story with that?
I'm not sure. Look, if you look, which way is it? We need to look that way. We're going to fly that way. There isn't terrain in front of us that I know. Let's quickly have a look. There isn't. I think that's the correct way. Let's have a look, see. In fact, no. We're going to take off from this side. Okay, so yes, there's terrain right there. Then there is terrain. Right, so now I've got my bearings. So yeah, we obviously need to miss that terrain over there. But I think we're going to actually turn before then. We'll have a look, see. But to gun down the runway at 99% N1, that's harsh, man. We don't need that. Not really. So we shall,
Does seem a bit much.
yeah, we shall take it into consideration when we get there. Right, so at least now I've got my bearings to where the runway is as well. Alright, we'll wait for the APU to start up, and I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Guys, I hope you've got your coffee ready and maybe some biscuits or something. I don't know. I don't even have. I just got the coffee. My wife left early. She needs to go fetch her mother. So there was no breakfast in bed and any special treatment today. It was just, come on, get up. I need to go. So yeah.
So you've been neglected this morning, have you?
Oh, totally. Totally neglected. But I'm not complaining. She's good to me. It's a joke, partly. So, right, let's get the packs to start getting the butts on board.
reminder, we cannot reach the gate until carrier items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
So the airport elevation is 1411, so we'll use 14000 for that setting over there. And while we're at it, let's see what is the altimeter doing. 1014.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight deck, one more quarter flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork here to get your away momentarily. We want to thank you so much for your company, and we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Again, welcome aboard.
Right, we're almost good to go.
This might sound like a silly question, but you set 147 for speed. That's V2, yes?
Correct, yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, good morning, Uncle John.
I'm back.
Are you back? But why is your sound so bad? Your sound's terrible.
Give me a sec.
Just when we thought it was safe.
Yeah, he comes and surprises us. Tell me, why you worried about V2?
It's just that I've sometimes seen you add 5 to that.
It depends on noise abatement procedures. It depends on, the actual departure. I did not, in all honesty, bother to read through the whole departure. V2 is good enough for me right now.
That's better.
Oh yeah, much. We can stomach that sound now. Wow. Paul, what happens? I recall there's certain noise abatement procedures that need you to fly at a certain speed at a certain level, and that's usually when I fiddle with those things. Otherwise, I just leave it as is. So, how was the drive, Uncle John?
Nothing on the road. 1 hour, 122 miles at 1 hour 39.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, no worries.
Just grabbing my coffee, sit down, and I'll join you with the flight.
100%. I'm going to continue then. We don't have much to do. We are probably going to start closing the doors now. We don't even need a pushback truck at this point in time. We're just going to get rid of these guys and get going.
I hope this is a suitable question, Nico, but what was the result with the Rotti?
Oh, no, the doggy is fine. Cost me 7,000 Rand to save the dog's life. And thank goodness he's okay. It was money well spent.
That's very good to hear.
Yeah, I know he's okay. He's eating like never before. I don't know why, but he just continuously eats. And which is a good sign for us, because one of the problems we had, he didn't want to eat, while he was sick. So we keep on feeding him chicken now.
That's a dangerous precedent.
Well, we're gonna have to start stopping it very soon. But he is still on medication, so while the medication is, in play, he's getting some ulcer medication to prevent, stomach issues, and then obviously just cooked up chicken. He'll starve soon enough when it turns to pellets again, He'll just have to eat it.
If it's possible, that dog will have a very long face when it's disappointed with the food.
Yeah, and you'll see it in his eyes. He looks at you with those eyes and he goes, "What are you doing?" Right, okay. So that's all taken care of. Let's get everything else in place.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross check and all call, thank you.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Waiting for 54, 56. There we go. Next lady for a shave. John, tell me when you're back.
I'm back, sir. What's the story on this latest full release? I'm seeing a couple of niggles.
No, there's no full release. This is just an update. No, I don't know exactly what the story is, but I know the symptoms. No duct pressure and no magenta lines. So Zibo fixed it quickly this morning. So we've got 3.26 running. This is what I've got here. And hell, did I update it? I think I did. Yeah, 326. So now it's working again.
So it's an installation problem again.
Negative. No, there was a code problem. There was definitely a code problem. Zibo had to fix it. Yeah. Nope, Zibo had to fix it. Right. And all my levers were in the wrong position because I was fiddling with the Airbus, so that's why you heard the speed brake deploy. Right, flaps 5, green light both. Yeah, and overhead, everything seems fine. Right, let's get going. The reason I asked whether you were back with us is I want to tell you a quick story. I spoke to Enrico this morning a couple of times about FS Enhancer.
Okay.
What a gentleman, what a nice guy. So I've also given him a bit of a report from my side, and I've also given him some screenshots and stuff, and I said to him, look, I know this is an alpha, so I'm not complaining at all. It's brilliant, but it is a bit dark underneath the clouds. The moment there is cloud between the sun, which is somewhere there, and us, I mean, you can clearly see it's very dark, it's a dark situation we find ourselves in. So how do I stop this thing now? There we go. Mouse and X camera. Alright, so yeah, I haven't heard back from him yet that I've seen, but I mean that's just, oh, here we go, he did speak to me.
And he's now looking at that, is he?
Well, he said, yeah, he says to me, those are not FSE clouds or sky colors. I'll respond to him just now. I think what happened is X-Vision messes the clouds up. Okay, so I'm going to respond to him shortly. and just talk to him. I didn't notice that he talked back to me. So I uninstalled Xvision and the Lua script that comes with the Xvision stuff that I was using. So this should be, unless you know what could have happened. I never installed the FSE stuff after removing the Xvision. You know, when you remove the Xvision, it gives you an option to restore, the old stuff.
Yes.
I think that's what happened.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get it sorted.
Ja. Even so hier. Okay. Right. Anyway, while we were talking about it, I just told him I'm gonna fix it shortly. I think that's what happened. It restored the old stuff, and I never copied the new FS Enhancer stuff. Damn it! That's silly. That's silly. I so much
No, it's
wanted to
not.
see that.
There's so much to think about, Nico. Don't beat yourself up.
Right. Okay. Well, let's get going. Yeah, but you know what the story is. Look, I've been preoccupied. I know what this problem is here as well. Remove the jocks, please. I've been preoccupied with the Zibo stuff this morning, so everything is a bit cockeyed and haywire now. So I'll have to settle down and just concentrate a little bit.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
I had to get back to see you going to Geneva.
Okay. For some reason, my brakes are very sharp today. I don't know why. I had to move my feet way off the pedals now just to get going, because even after removing the chocks, they seems that if I just touch them, they kick in. So I've flown this flight once a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dying to do it again. So I've thrown myself a bit of a curveball there at the end, the way the approach works. So I'm really dying to see, what the Zibo does with that approach and that ILS interception, and how I'm going to handle it. So it's a bit of a challenge for me today.
Are we coming over the lake or not?
No, I don't think so, no. There's the Rotti. You hear him.
Yeah, the Rottweiler's there again.
Paul was asking about the doggy. So he's all well again. I mean, he's eating us out of the house, and he's his old self again.
Oh, that's good. That's good. He just needed to get home.
Yeah.
It's all behind him now.
Yeah, we hope so. Right, so we were talking about it earlier. The way we're going to take off, we've got a bit of a hill there in front of us. We don't want to go end up in those little mini mountains, so we're going to have to keep our eye on it. You see, the turnout is actually quite fast, so I'll probably just hand fly it for a little while longer today than usual.
Approaching 04 left. On runway 04 left.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Get up. So now wait a little while before we turn. It's too close.
400.
There we go. There we go.
Back in one, gonna get me hearing aids. That's better, I can hear now.
fine.
Hello, Captain John. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
You just had to reach for the ear trumpet, though, did you?
Yeah, I've been away for 3 days and forgot to take my hearing aids with me, so everybody had to virtually shout at me.
Okay, I have a question for you guys and also for all the viewers, whoever you are that are watching my stream. I would like some feedback, please. Somebody just asked me to update my installation manual for the Zibo. So my question to him was, what needs to update, because the principle still remains the same. I don't see any value in simply changing a file name. I mean, what happened to common sense? The base file name is exactly the same, and the principle is get the latest fix. So I'm confused. I don't regard myself as intellectually superior to other people, but I mean, that's like grade 1 mathematics, it's not like rocket science. I mean, the installation has not changed in 2 years. Granted, we've had a couple of asshole YouTubers talking nonsense and spreading absolute nonsense, but in terms of my manual, what do you guys think? What needs to update? What on earth do I need to do? I mean, I can't sit here and every time Zibo changes a file name, go and hold a crybaby's hand and ask him to please consider the fact that it's only a file name that changed, but the principle is still the same. Or am I now just being nasty? Please help me with this question.
I don't understand what the question is.
Well, the question is...
There is no, well, no, there is no question there.
Yeah.
It's a file name, end of.
Yeah. I don't get it. Why must I update it? That was the question. Why must I update it when it's still valid? I don't get it. We'll see what he says.
It's a non-question.
Well, I don't update very often. I wait for you, Nutters, to stir the pot, and I let the dust settle and then do it, and I don't pay any attention at all to file names. I just followed your instructions, and there we go.
Mm.
And guess what? It works.
Yeah. I think
Exactly.
You've got two kinds of people. You've got, in actual fact, there might be more kinds, sorry. Just bear with me. You get the one kind that simply doesn't read the manual, that just don't care, do their own thing and then blame shift. You get the guy that reads the manual that simply doesn't have a cooking clue what the hell you're talking about, because he didn't go and sit and concentrate and think about it, And then you've got the guy who diligently uses it, that just doesn't have a problem. So I'm kind of stuck. I mean, this is not rocket science. This is easy.
I think you summed it up well.
I don't know. If you guys can think of any reason, valid reason why I need to update it, but I'm not going to change a file name just because somebody doesn't have the mental capacity to understand 1 + 1 = 2 and not 11. You know, I mean, really, that's not for me to teach you basics of living and breathing. You know, I mean, that's ridiculous. Same, this Enrico guy, he's quite a gentleman. I told him I'm sorry, and I explained to him the mistake I made, and he comes back. He says, "No worries, man. No worries." So that's awesome. Yeah, that's a guy you can work with. That's somebody that's honorable. That you can really rely on him, man. Always there.
That's the go.
So what I'm gonna do when we land in Geneva, and while I'm semi-alone here just with the kids again, I think I'm gonna fly back to Nice, but I'm gonna kill the stream quickly and just start a new stream afterwards. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that. I'll leave the stream running. Close explain. I'm gonna load the latest FS enhancer again. All right, and then check what it looks like. Because what Enrico does not know and what I'm thinking of is this is FS enhancer clouds from a previous version. So it is FS enhancer, but a much older version. Because I only use his clouds. I refuse to use any other clouds. That's why I know it's his clouds. But X-Vision seems to change them. It changes their display properties. I don't know how else to put it. So now that X-Vision is off in the system, it's not in play anymore. I'm hoping by overwriting his textures, we're going to get it going again. You know, to look the way it
Good
should.
bit of planning.
Sorry, John?
That's a good plan.
Yeah. And we fly back. The reason, guys, one of the reasons that I want to fly this route is because of the visuals we have here. I mean, it's funny. Now the aircraft moves, but we don't get a bigger view, larger view. So, anyway, this is the Alps, obviously. And I love flying in this area. The mountains just does something for my soul. You know, and even these clouds here, are really good clouds. And the way Active Sky puts this in here, it's really nice. Hi, Robert. Thanks for joining the family, my friend. Nice to have you on board. All right. 82 nautical miles for top of descent, so let's quickly start setting up. Can you believe it? I read double and I read the wrong place. It's 110. 90. Totally dyslexic this morning. Can you believe it? 11090. There we go. Right. Active Sky doesn't want to talk to us today. Right, so we need to be at 6,000 feet. We've got mountains in the area, so we're going to have to be pretty darn open-eyed when we go in there. So, John, I don't think you were here when we did a quick talk about the approach there. What's going to happen is we're going to overfly the airport basically, and at the Geneva VOR, we're going to do a right-hand turnout. It's part of the RNAV approach, and then we're going to have a vectored to finals, vectored to the ILS then at some point in time. So
Okay.
that's part of the challenge. I don't know why I went so out of the box today, but I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how it works. See what we can do with the Zibo. Minimums. John?
Yes, sir.
Paul has asked you to please type something in the chat. Paul, what you need to do is look at the top of the chat box. There's a top chat and a live chat. Make sure you're on live chat, otherwise you're not going to see everything. But please type something for the poor man there. Just let's see if he can see the rest of the chats.
Will do.
Yes, I'm on live chat and I've completely shut down YouTube and started it again, so I'm a bit stuck.
Weird. Oh, I can see everybody. I can see Kevin and Katika.
I have 5 comments in total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's 7 with the Streamlabs and with my one, so there isn't much. I don't know why the people are shy today. They don't talk to us. Guys, you're welcome. I mean, we're here together for everybody's entertainment and pleasure, so feel free to chat.
Sorry about the delay. I forgot my password. Google's asking me to sign in. Give me a sec.
Okay, it looks like it's working. Perhaps people are just being shy, like you said. And sorry for interrupting your landing briefing there, mate.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm scatterbrained because I'm still doing Zibo support on the other hand as well, so. Right, what's next? Hey, very good morning. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Nice to have you here again. Wow, look at that picture. Oh, you guys are gonna see it just now. Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Orthos make such a big difference in an area like this. Right, just pulled my physical levers back so we don't interfere with the VNAV there. I see Zibo's been working on the VNAV code again. My VNAV has been so cool, except for the thrust levers moving up and down, you know, as it drops a little bit too low on the thrust there and then it pushes again and so on. But it's been on the ball the whole time. I never had any problems. That's all ortho given. All of it is ortho. Zoom level 17. Can't remember which provider I used in this area, but that's all ortho. This is about as real as it gets for now with the current technology. That's what you get when you sit and talk too much. You don't give the poor guys a chance to go to the little boys and girls rooms. You don't make announcements.
Shame.
Pity, man, pity.
Burn out your spark plugs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it is something kind of like a spark plug when you put engines to constant.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't think that jet jockeys will like it if we call it spark plugs, but it's in principle the same thing. Whatever they call it, it does the same job.
some kind of tungsten tipped high temperature, high voltage gizmo.
Mm, mm.
That's a good description.
Yeah, a super pooping device. I don't know if any of you guys followed the comic strip Dealbert, but there was this one guy. They were resizing and restructuring the business, so a lot of guys got fired. And when the boss came to one of the guys, he said, "You can't fire me." And the boss asked him, "Why not?" He said, "Well, I make the Zuber Poopin system, and without me, I'm the only one who knows how it works. That thing will just fall apart." But obviously, it's a lie. He's just covering for his job. And so the boss left him alone, and afterwards the boss asked somebody, "What the hell is the Zuber Poopin system?" But nobody knows, and it's like, nobody wants to say they don't know. So the whole thing just fizzled away, and the guy kept his job, because he knows something no one else knows.
It's a thingamy job.
Yeah,
Thingamy job.
yeah.
That's exactly where I put mine every single flight, Nico, for my map.
I like putting it there, but this morning has been one of those mornings where things just didn't work out the way I planned it. Nothing worked out. I started having to jump in and calm everybody's nerves about the Zibo, and I mean, I had probably a dozen messages on Messenger from guys all over the world asking, "What the hell's wrong? What's going on?" Then it's the Facebook pages, and at one point in time, I thought I'm going to postpone this stream another half an hour, to start at 11 local time. And I just said, no, you know what, let's just jump in. So I do apologize for being a bit of a scatterbrain today, but I'm covering all the ends now. So we're going to follow the route. We're going to go in, go over the airport, turn around, come back, and then get vectors back to that point, and then go on to the ILS. Pretty intense. I think if you fly this approach in the real world with ATC, it can be fun.
Have you
Those
done any
times
more
are
on
awesome.
VATSIM?
Try again.
I was just going to ask John whether he'd done any more on VATSIM.
Negative, sir. I'm trying to do a little bit of studying on the paperwork that Nico sent me.
Yeah, when you're ready with that, we need to speak to Mats so we can organize that training center that we can
Yeah,
actually
that'd
get
be
you guys in
perfect.
there.
Who are you? Where are you? Where do you want to go?
Yeah. Aviate, navigate, communicate.
Shame on you.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Captain.
Hey, Captain. Phil, you must check that alarm of yours. Well, we got a rude awakening. Freaking 5 o'clock this morning, the alarm went off here in our side, and seems that one of us had finger trouble at some point in time. I don't know how Saturday got included into the alarm system, but anyway, we've been up since 5 a.m. Mr. Dale, I was still trying to read that message. What on earth did you try and say? I'm not sure what you tried to say there, but the bot didn't like that. That's not me, that's the bot. So can you try again?
He probably said PD3.
P3D.
PD, sorry.
No. No, I was still trying to read it. I caught it. Well off. No, sir. I don't have the ATR 72. In actual fact, I don't have the Q400 or any of the prop jobs, the bigger ones in X-Plane. I've got the Q400. It's the closest one of that type in P3D, but that's it. Oh, we're gonna miss the weather just there at the top. Look, there's weather up there. Yeah, I saw something about 26. This is version 3.26 that I'm flying now, by the way, the latest one. And I thought, you know what, while I'm busy testing it and helping everybody else, why not just jump in it and then use it for the stream so you guys can actually see that it does work. Because 23, 24 and 25 each had, you know, significant problems in it. 23 and 24 were actually removed from the Google Drive. They don't even exist anymore. I'm not sure if Zibo is going to remove 25 as well, probably because it's broken, and then this is 26.
I've just fresh installed everything, Nico.
What, the Zibo or the whole X-Plane?
Yeah, the full, is it 32?
Yeah.
With 26.
33 with 26.
Sorry, 33 with 26.
Yeah, it's a hard life testing beta, so you can say that again. Right, so let's see how this aircraft responds to this challenge we've given it.
I think you might have your speed brakes out.
Negative. It's armed but not out.
Got
There's out. There's armed.
Yeah, I just saw the light. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. I don't know why Boeing didn't make it to have different colors. You know, one for arm, make it yellow or something, and red for deployed, and green for you're okay or something. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I wish Boeing thought a bit further, because whether it's now deployed or not, you cannot see it just by looking at the light. It would have been nice to have a difference there. Sounds good, Ferry. Yesterday I flew from Porto to Barcelona, Barcelona to Morocco. The last one I did with another friend of ours, another viewer, on WhatsApp together. That was fun. We ended up flying to opposite sides of the runway without talking to each other. We just didn't do it properly. That was fun.
23, 24 and 25 have been removed.
Yeah. No point in having them if they're broken. I was still talking there to somebody, and the next moment I said popped in. 10 seconds later, Mario already announced that it's released. It was so quick. Eat, sleep, fly, repeat. Man, if that's life. That would have been a perfect life for me if I could do that.
By the way, my jersey arrived this morning.
Ooh, okay, okay. Reggie, no worries. No, it's not. RC 3.0, and in the name, just read the name of the file. It says full. It's almost, I think, 1.6 gig download. That is a full version. 326 is just a fix, so you need to install 3.0 and then you drop 326 on top. It's all in the size. Size actually matters this time, so you need to check the file size. The big one is the base. My pleasure.
I've just opened it up, Nico.
What?
Excellent quality.
Oh, okay, okay. Good. That's the hoodie, right?
Yeah, the hoodie.
Okay.
I haven't tried it on yet.
No, sure.
It's going to be warm for the winter.
Mm-hmm. My wife bought me 2 generic hoodies the other day. And I tell you what, when I'm not at work, I live in either one of them, make a plan. That's lovely stuff.
I can just see you now, John, the oldest hoodie in town, hanging around on
Behave
street.
yourself, behave yourself.
Ferry, they removed it. Zibo removed the 25 after the mishap. So 22, 23, no, I'm lying. 23, 24, and 25 were removed because there's no point in having a broken file on the drive.
Hanging round on street corners, causing trouble.
Yeah, cigarette in the mouth, beer in the hand. I can just see him. 1 foot, up against the wall, you know. Gangster, Captain John.
You're terrible, you guys are.
Baseball cap on backwards.
Shades, 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, we know the type.
Well, he's got the aviators for it.
Yeah.
Have indeed. 2 pair.
And before they were fashionable.
Correct.
Mr. Dale never came and typed this message again, so I am totally in the dark. I wish there was a way to really, really streamline and configure this bot properly. Because if you've got anything like cockpit or anything that could be considered even remotely profane, that thing just kicks it. And the problem is if you don't have it, oh boy, let's check some of the streams. Some of the guys just don't care what they say and how they say it. So it's just oversensitive, man. Right, let's get our heading bug in the right place.
Is that where the vectors come in?
Yeah.
Nico?
Yeah. I see that it actually drew the magenta line, so without me vectoring myself, it's probably going to try and turn around. The problem is mountains. I don't think there's a mountain that side because we're going to turn right. There is, but not where we're going to turn. But my biggest concern is that we're not going to intercept the ILS correctly if I don't intervene, so we'll see. Oh yes, Flight Brothers, they posted the video. I was giggling because they used the default 738 in a couple of the scenes, but it's a Zibo video, so that's the only negative comment I have. No, I mean, it looked very nice. Yeah, from the Zibo store, Ferry.
I've just slipped it on to make sure it fits, Nico. Perfect.
Good. I'm glad you got a second chance there to get the right size.
Yeah, I think the size I was going for would have buried me.
Mm-hmm. I got excited. In the week, can't remember which day it was, my wife comes to me, she says, oh, we had mail. Now, we never get mail in this place, ever. So I was thinking, oh, my Zibo stuff arrived. Take this piece of paper from a freaking traffic fine sent via the post. You know.
Speeding.
Yeah, so probably. Right, so back to LNAV, and we can hit our approach button. Which one is it set for? Damn. There we go. Full. Because of the position that we are in, and because we were already below the glide slope, and you can see it's coming into play now, I don't need to use the localizer first. The thing works this way. When you fly with air traffic control and they say to you, you are clear to intercept the localizer for ILS runway 04, you usually use the localizer button because you only cleared for the localizer. When they say you are clear to approach the ILS for runway 04, the moment they use the word approach, you then use the approach button, because that will then take your lateral and vertical movement into consideration. So that's how it works in the real world. What I do when I fly usually, and what you guys have seen me do, is I use the VOR lock button when I am either not familiar with the area, when I'm higher than the glide slope and the glide slope still needs to kick in, those kind of things, you know. So in the position where I was now, it just made logical sense to just go for the approach button.
2500.
I hope that makes sense.
Well, that didn't stay on too long. I was like an oven.
An oven. Okay. Ugh, forgot to use the lever. Pressing a button again. Let's use the lever. Right, so let's start slowing down. Not much of an option now. We need to use the speed brake. There's the lake in front of us, Uncle John.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I like coming in from the other way.
I do too. But you deal with the hand that's dealt. So there we go.
Yeah, that's far too dark, isn't it?
Yeah, but this now is not Enrico's issue. This is something on my system which I need to resolve. Okay, I just want to quickly see. Come on, click. 4,000.
1,000.
6,000, that's fine. Right, let's slow down.
Approaching 0.5.
500. 400. Approaching 300. Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
You only get a 9 again.
Okay. One day, Uncle John. One day. You'll give me a 10. I'll probably gonna have to bribe you, but that's okay. We'll send you a box of dark chocolate or something.
Return ticket to Johannesburg Airport.
Okay, we'll discuss that. Well, guys, welcome to Geneva. I hope you enjoyed this ride. I'm going to taxi into the parking position and then just switch over and come back. Francisco. Yeah, a bit hot on that approach. You can say that again, but it was fun. I mean, this was a really, really good fun. Hey, James. Awesome, Scotland. Very nice. In fact, let's do this before we go too far.
500.
Man, I kind of like that.
Why are your spoilers still up?
I don't know, that's a replay. Don't know. Something in the animation or something. Guys, we don't want another English war here on this channel, eh? You've got to be careful. I saw the Outlaw King, the movie, The Outlaw King, the other day of Bruce. That was quite interesting. You guys have had your fair share of troubles on those islands.
We're not getting into politics, are we?
No, but look at those guys. Don't worry, I'm English.
I know, I'm looking at them.
Well, I'm a white African. You try and explain that to some people, they don't understand that. So, let's go park this baby. Go fly back home.
I have a touch of Irish in me, so I do.
John,
Yes, sir.
did you fix your EGCC now, that red patches? Did you fix it?
Yes. That's all sorted, thank you.
Alright, cool. It's the same guy who made the latest EGCC that made this Geneva as well. It's TDG. this Ak is brilliant. I mean, he's got hundreds of sceneries that he's given for
Yeah, I
free.
did look at his map actually.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is one of his sceneries. So, by the way, guys, the EGCC that was released, I think 3 days ago, it's marvelous. You guys, if you ever fly from Manchester, go grab the free DDG one. It's got Pier 1, I think, that they've added. That's all part of the plan now. That's all in the scenery. I don't know where the hell I am, so I'm just gonna park somewhere here in the middle of somewhere and nowhere, and then we're gonna quickly
And
fix this thing.
he's still in the build as well with EGCC.
He
There's a
said,
couple of other things he's waiting to finish.
yeah. So, right, guys, I'm gonna switch over to display capture when the time comes, but I'm gonna kill my X-plane now and go fix this FS enhancer so I can report back to Enrico there. Because I seem to have stuffed it up very badly. My mistake. Come on. There we go. Where is this thing? Right. Need to try and remember where these things go again. It's bitmaps, world.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry guys, I had to quickly mute the mic. They had a sneezing fit, so I sneezed a bit, sorry. Right, output. No, what am I doing? Resources, plugins, Lua. Just make sure. I think I never removed these. These are still in place, yes. Just copy them again, make sure we've got appropriate ones. Yes, Phil, I'm gonna just start the stream again and we'll do all the planning and everything for the return flight. The whole hold up here is just this FS enhancer. This is the latest FS enhancer, and I'm dying to see that it actually works. Just want to get my X organizer running as well.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Right, so just to clarify, that's the X Vision Vivid preset. It's off. Those, well, that one is Enrico's for FS enhancer, through waves, through shade, through haze. That's all on. And there's nothing else in there, no conflicting anything. Right, so Phil, the wife's not here right now. She's gone to fetch her mother, so I need to make use of the time quickly. So I thought, why not just turn around and go back?
Well, I won't tell her if you won't.
No, no, I don't mind anybody telling her. The trick is just that at this point in time, she can't complain if I do it. So Right, so while that is firing up, let us look at flight planning.
Yeah, you'll need to change the heading underneath there as well.
We'll make a plan when we get there. LFMN. Why does that not look right? Well, the only difference between these departures, the first two are not RNAV and the last one is RNAV. And obviously a slight path difference. Let's stick to the RNAV one. Right, what's the wind like in this place now? 150 at 6. Okay, I don't want to fly that far out. It's a hell of a turn you need to make over that ocean there. That Mediterranean. Damn it. Doesn't look like we're gonna get away from that. Ooh, look at those clouds. Now you can see if his answer is actually in. Totally different ball game. I'll show you guys now. Don't worry, it's just behind the screen here. I've got multiple screens, so I can already see what it looks like. Right, well, that's second best, but it's the best we've got, so we'll keep that one. And right, you guys can see the FS enhancer stuff. There you go. It looks kind of weird. Right, so it's early alpha in development. It's not even a beta yet, so you going to check it out when we go over the top and through them. Let's get the bird in place. Phil, yeah, I didn't see your message there, but I noticed it now, yeah. We'll see what it looks like when we get higher and closer and stuff. This is, like I said already, an alpha build for the new FS enhancer, so I always load the 172 first because I don't have time for a broken script. When Zibo says it's not necessary anymore, I will consider changing. Until then, I will always load it.
What's the verdict, Nico? Any better?
Well, I can see it's FS enhancer now, John, but it's kind of looking odd. So this is where education now comes into again. I'll speak to. Let me take a couple of screenshots. I'll speak to Enrico. It could be something that is still, on my system that's causing the problem. I'm not sure, but it's not perfect. And then again, for the 100th time, this is just an alpha. There can be anomalies. There's a whole disclaimer that he gave with it. Things can go wrong and look funny. So I'm not criticizing at all that it's there. I'm gonna enjoy using it. So it just looks kind of
It
different to
looks
what I'm
better
used to.
than what it did.
Yeah, it depends on taste, I suppose, as well. We'll see. Let's get going. Let's load this baby up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think I've worked out why it looks strange, and it's because each of the clouds is the same as the others. They're all identical.
Part of the thing that he was trying to do is to not have too many repeats. But yeah, it's possible. I see there's a lot of repetition. So anyway, um, it is still dark, very very dark underneath the clouds. It's like it's excessively dark. But again, work in progress, guys. Work in progress. Yeah, Phil, you just said it. Yeah. Great minds think alike. You see. So what are we up to? 18 this time. 1, 8. Right, so where are we at? Gonna take off from that side going this way. I'm just checking out the pushback maneuver there. It seems that they've provisioned for the aircraft to actually turn on its own. You don't really need pushback, but what the heck, let's use pushback.
Run to cockpit. Plus of knowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
We shall do that. Phil, I tried it once because it's available. I cannot see myself using that exclusively for flight planning at all. PFPX just gives so much more. I like the fact that SimBrief and Navigraph integrates so nicely and the export and import functions work and things like that. But I'm set in my ways. It's difficult to teach an old dog new tricks. I'm happy with what I do and how I do it. So we'll think about it.
Captain has time to fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
I use PFPX, yes. I bought it a long time ago. Then I dropped it. It was irritating the life out of me. And then Twixter gave me the data on the 737-800 that we're flying here. And then I discovered how bad SimBrief actually is with using the correct data. And then I went back to PFPX, used these data, fiddled, and then actually programmed it properly. So now I'm completely sold on PFPX at this point in time. Some brief, even with all the correct information given, the calculations are not one. Well, let me backtrack. On SimBrief, you are about 75% correct in your calculations. In PFPX, you're about 90% in your corrections. What am I talking about? Focus in your calculations. Right, so with the help then of Twixter, by using the correct information, me fiddling and doing a hell of a lot of test flights and all, I'm able to give you reasonable within 100 or 200 kilograms what the actual Zibo is and uses and wants and gives. But with SimBrief, the calculations the guys use there is based upon a different model of the 737-800. The Zibo is a very particular model, a very specific model, and SimBrief doesn't cater for that specific model and its parameters. It caters for the general average 737-800.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah. Phil, no, I think it's just programming. Somewhere in the programming must be something, or it's in the actual flight. In some of the routes, you get horrific steep descent rates. We were talking about it on one of my previous streams with Johan Jacobs. When you fly into Queenstown in New Zealand, for instance, in the real world, the guys don't even use VNAV to descend there, because if you use VNAV, it's like a roller coaster ride. You know, it's dangerous. Or at least the passengers will think it's dangerous. It's not really dangerous, because it's literally like a roller coaster ride. But what I think you need to do is send me one of your OFPs from SimBrief, and then I can fiddle with it and come back to you and say, you know, where the exact issue might be.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. 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 Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase.
That's
climb.
fine. That's 100%. Do that.
Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
It won't work because I didn't program this thing completely. Oops. Oops.
You jumping the gun, are you?
Yeah. Oops. So we're taking runway 04. Taking that one. Then we're taking Viva 6R. That one. And to the right. How's that possible? You're telling me PFPX made another boo-boo here. How can runway 22 right not have any instrumentation or anything? Let's check. Serious? Doesn't have. Okay. Then so be it. That will then be, let's extend that runway by 20 nauticals. So we extend our center line a little bit and we don't worry about the rest. Let's make it 3. Why not? There we go. Okay, let's see. It's very interesting the way this aircraft now reads this, because from then we're supposed to get vectors onto the runway, but anyway, let's close the gap. Let's see what it says. Neras. Alright, okay, alright. Not the end of the world, we got that sorted. Alright, so let's go back to takeoff. That's all in place, and we should have a PNAV now, correct. So John, I'm not sure how far we're going to go over onto the lake, but we'll have a look out for that.
That's a roger.
Alright. I think we've taken care of most of everything. We've got a 6-knot wind, so that's not too bad. Alright, let's tell these guys to tata bye bye. Check all the doors close. Right, then let's quickly change this around. LSGG, LFMN. Going to do 230. Transition altitude is 7123, 7000. And then we can put our widget back up. There we go. Right. One step closer.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, so let's quickly welcome these peeps.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, welcome aboard our flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork here to get you on your way momentarily. I want to thank you so much for your company and business. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Again, welcome aboard.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross check and all call, thank you.
Right, I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I don't have coffee, so once this thing is in the air, I need to go get more coffee.
Closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Ready for
No, I don't drink my coffee that strong.
starting pushback and you may start engines.
It shouldn't dissolve the cup. I have a saying this side. I usually use it on my customers. I don't mind drinking coffee with you guys, but if the teaspoon stands upright when I let go, then I can't get that thing, can't get that coffee into my body. Eh? Sounds like you've got coffee like that over there. If I listen to your story there.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
You remind me of one of my cousins.
Standby.
He's passed on already, but he always used to tell my mother to bake the Christmas cake because she made the best Christmas cake, and he would always ask her to hold a second. Annie, I'll talk to you after the stream. Let me just finish here. Sorry, my yes. Hold on, guys.
Mic off. Mic on.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No apology needed.
Tuesday they go back to school. So then we can have a sterile cockpit again. Anyway, I was still talking about this Christmas cake. So my cousin, always used to say something in the idea of cut me another shot or something. It was this whole connotation of my mom used to put enough brandy in there. You could get, quite drunk from eating the Christmas cake. So my cousin always used to say, come, cut me another slice there because of, the alcohol that's in there. But it's difficult to translate from our language into English now. I hope you guys understand. It's like asking for another Todd or whatever you want to call it, Bye. Let's use them for now. Let's check. We've got green light. Volts and amps are there. Alright, let's do the control check a bit. And that should be fine.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Hope you're gonna enjoy it too.
Yeah, it's still dark, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Now this is where we're gonna have to do something digging deep, We're gonna have to try and figure out what is it that causes it, because very clearly it was still dark and there was no X-Vision and FS Enhancer was not running. Look at how bright it was with that weather update. Wow. You'll see it on screen just now. So, somewhere there's something interfering with my explain displays and we need to find out what that is. Right, let's park here. Hello, Ryan. Oh, you're playing too much games. Don't worry, my son does the same. When I was young, I did the same. It happens. I'm okay, thank you. Nice of you to join us. Hope you enjoy the flight. Alright, everything is in place. In actual fact, let's go terrain and weather there. Swap them around. Yeah, it's not as easy as that. I've been fiddling with X-Vision and so on. So I'm gonna have to dig deep. We'll figure it out. Let's go.
Approaching 05.
I'm just thinking out loud. I think what I need to do is just rerun the installer of X-Plane, and then just basically factory reset and then start building from there. So we know we get rid of all these other textures that might be interfering. Gear up. Is it not just a case that your Discord needs to be run as administrator? Because if you don't run Discord as administrator and you are not focused on it, you cannot talk. It will not allow you to talk. So try running it as administrator and then come talk to us. See if it works.
The lake.
Yes, sir. This is a brilliant departure. I like this departure. Yeah, drop me a message. Just send me a private message. That should do it. No, for sure, for sure. But I'm happy to test it and come up with ideas and stuff. So yeah, it's. I think it's got a lot to do with the angle that you see it and the distance. Yeah, the sandwich works for me too. The other thing is that's I've used for quite a while is I don't use the FS Enhancer Lua scripts. When we updated to 11.30 on X-Plane, some of the scripts gave issues. So I stopped using the scripts. This is with the full complement of the latest scripts. I mean, if we're going to test it, we need to test the whole thing. Then it's no point in testing half a thing. But I'd love to see the cloud textures without the Lua scripts, just in ordinary X-Plane, see what X-Plane does with it. That might be interesting.
Mic off. Mic on.
Aviation, Ryan, if that is the case, it just means you put it in the wrong place. That was the first thing the FSE creator asked me today as well. Did I install it correctly? You're going to have to read the installation manual and make sure you install these things correctly, because there's a very specific place where they need to go. And if you can't see any effect, or the old stuff is still there, it just means whatever you did in the wrong folder. John and Paul, you are so quiet.
Makes a change, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. I thought you guys were the chief apostles. Now you're just sitting there saying nothing. John and Paul, come on, guys,
Oh,
preach it.
behave yourself. Behave yourself.
Preach it. Come on, guys. Yeah, the clouds look a bit different. Looks a bit better.
I love that. I tell you what, get the ground lighting right, and those clouds are awesome.
I'm gonna have to learn a little bit of how to manipulate X-Vision. Because if I can get the X-Vision going again, because that's another thing. If you load X-Vision now, it's also gonna do some tweaking, So I don't know. Now I've got to decide. Do I still really want X-Vision? Is X-Vision not, too much now?
Experiment.
Yeah, we have to experiment.
1,000 to go.
I'm just trying to work out whether that extended runway line becomes part of the flight plan on the FMC, or whether it's
No,
just a visual aid.
it's a visual aid. That's all it is. You'll see when we get there. The center line is going to be extended. Let's see if we can actually see it on the plan page. Not really. We'll see when we get there.
It's just that you entered the glide slope, so that's why I thought it might have been to replace an actual approach.
Not really, because that's a visual approach. There isn't any real aid. It takes you to that one point, and then it's gonna drop you, and you need to then go in yourself further. So, not sure if it will have any effect on this screen that I've just put on. You know, where it's got the vertical guidance. I'm not sure. We can experiment.
Yeah, you didn't you set it to 20 nautical with
Yeah, 3 degrees.
3 degrees.
Yeah.
They look awesome, don't they?
Hey, they're starting to grow on me.
Starting, they've already grown on me.
Yeah. Hey, Yuan, welcome. Oh, he's sitting at the top here as well. Let's drag him in. Yes, Yuan.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're alive. We're kicking. We experimenting here with FS Enhancer, the latest alpha build. So it looks kind of nice.
That cloud looks awesome. They really do.
Oh, glad you like it.
I want to know the recipe.
You want the what?
I want to know the recipe.
Oh, it's FS Enhancer.
I love that recipe.
Yeah. That's just FS Enhancer, the latest alpha build. If you go to FSE on Facebook, you just download it there. It was released 2 days ago, I think.
Okay. Because there's something cooking very good there.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-warn him what we're worried about though, Nico.
Sorry, you lost me.
Pre-warn him of the issue that we've got on the ground.
Yeah. Pre-warn him. Yeah. Johan, on my system, and I'm not sure whether it's the way it's been designed now from FSE side, but basically what happens is when you go underneath the clouds, when you're on the ground, it's like almost very, very late in the day, you know, when it's like very strong dusk. It's very dark.
Are you flying 2.6, version 2.6?
Yeah. Perfect. It's working perfect. The thing that is immediately evident with these clouds is the multi-layer. I mean, you don't see the multi-layer in the clouds.
That's the first thing I noticed, that multi-layer cloud.
You don't see that with other cloud add-ons that I know. I mean, look there, it's completely multi-layered. You've got 1, 2, 3 different layers, and then some in the middle as well, you know, patches in the middle.
Some TCUs also there in the distance.
Yeah. Oops. There goes the plane. I pressed the C button and got out the cockpit.
Oh, yeah, there goes a plane.
Yeah, ta-da! Catch you later.
Hope you got your parachute on.
Actually, I actually had a bungee rope around my feet, so I just, it pulled me and I jumped back in the seat.
Are you on your way to Switzerland?
No, leaving Switzerland. Geneva, going down to Nice.
Oh, because the description said to Geneva.
Yeah, this is the second leg. We're going back now. I'll change the description
okay.
afterwards. I didn't stop the stream. I just installed FSE and started up again.
That FSE, is it still a free version or is it?
Yeah. Completely free.
And you're using Active Sky?
Yes. Forgot about these people again. Can you believe it?
I've done a few flights with version 0.22 and there was no problem at all. It's actually very good now.
Well, 23, 4 and 5 were removed from the Google Drive because they had issues, so that's why we've got a 26.
Okay. So 26 is all good?
Yeah, I don't have issues with it. That's the reason for doing the stream, because a lot of guys, you know how it works, they're going to complain about something again.
You said you put that link of FS answer somewhere in your tiny URL.
No. Let me get it for you. Hold on.
Because I definitely gonna try that.
There you go. In the chat.
Thanks, Nico. So that's a completely new version now.
Yeah, 601 Alpha, I think is what it's called, this one. He released it on the 4th of July. It's 0.6.2. That's the version.
Yeah, I see it there. But also alter your sky textures.
Yeah, it does the sky textures and the cloud textures.
Okay, because my sky textures are pale, you know.
Yeah. No,
I don't like
this
it.
This is the whole thing. Look at my sky. It's brilliant. I love the sky colors.
Yeah, that looks much better. I've just fired up X and Y before I join you. You know, X and Y 1.10. I've got a mixed feeling about that cloud. It looks good, and in the same way, it doesn't look good. I don't know. Yes, you know, it's a hit and miss effect.
Don't have it. don't plan on buying it.
Yeah, and my sunset and the dawn colors are just plain ugly. That red glow you've got when the sun sets, not there anymore.
Okay.
And I hate that. I like my dawn red sunsets.
Phil, FSE is literally just the cloud textures, the sky textures, and then 3 or 4 Lua scripts. And so it's all got to do with the environment. That's why it's called FS Enhancer. It just enhances the environment. You still need a weather engine with it, and that's why I still use my active sky.
Sometimes we don't know how lucky we are for this downloads to be for free.
Yeah, we're very lucky, blessed. I've got some issues here with my tiles. Look, there's some textures missing. Damn. To try and find those little ones.
Where did you download that Ortus?
I can't remember who I used in this area.
Fork voice Ortus for the USA and Australia and so on. Is that good?
I don't know. Always
make my own.
I'm gonna try that.
Why am I getting echoes? Are you on a laptop with the external speaker set or what?
Who, me?
Yeah. Every time you press your button and I speak, I get an echo from you.
Okay, maybe I must set up my mic. Sorry.
I'm just asking, wondering.
I know. I still explore this new system and the sound included and so on.
Back in 5, Nico.
Right, I clean forgot to go make coffee as well, so I'm just gonna skip it. Wow, look at the effect of the soft clouds. Like a haze we're going through now. Impressive. Phil, whatever that price is, it's well worth it, my friend. This active sky is mind-blowing when it comes to weather. But if you buy it, just make sure you set it up properly, because the Zibo does not like the unrealistic settings it comes with. You need to make sure you set it up realistically. And it's in my OneDrive in the link below the video. You should see my settings.
Okay, is the echo gone or it's still there?
I don't know, Kia Mike? Druk jou
Say
mic.
again?
Ja, nee, dis nog steeds daar. It usually happens when you have a mic and external speakers, because the mic picks up what the speakers hear.
Okay, let me plug in the headphones.
Okay.
And now it's gone now. It's still
I
there.
don't know. Hello, enter. It's very, very, very faint, so it's still there, but it's gone.
Better.
Yeah, it's not interfering, on the stream. Come on, TD. Dive. Hello. Jacques.
What is your Geneva
Jacques.
address?
Jacques. Hello.
On his download page, he still said FS enhancer 0.5.
No, but then you click the wrong one. Go one post lower. There he's got the whole story about the new one. That is the pin post. Go below it, the next post. Guys, please be careful. You need to go to the correct post on that Facebook page if you want the latest version of FS Enhancer. Hey, John. Thank you so much. See your message there. Thank you. Thanks for the good wishes.
Oh, is that one on his Google Drive?
Yes.
Oh, I see it now. Thanks.
Yeah. Guys, if any of you are interested in joining us on the Zibo Pilots page, together with some of the developers, you are welcome, but please just note there's no support there. We do training and we help you guys fly the plane better, but we're not going to help you install the plane and fix the plane. That's all going to be on you or on the Zibo community group. But I'm going to drop you the link, so if any of you are not members yet and you want to join us just enjoying the plane, then you're welcome to join us.
You know, the heading got a strike through.
What's got a strike through? What are you talking about, Johan?
If you put in your ILS frequency for your ILS landing, and you tuned in your ILS frequency in the radio, on the left side and on the right hand side.
Yeah.
If you accidentally mistuned your frequency on the right hand radio,
yeah,
say 120.00, and the other one you make 120.10. On the main display, on the ND, it's supposed to go to make a strike through on the heading. The same for the course heading. If you accidentally put in the wrong course, it's supposed to make a strike through on the heading mode.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I was just curious what you were talking about.
You understand what I mean now?
Yeah.
Maybe they can improve that.
When Zibo is done with this aircraft, it will be the best one out there. But you know, it's a work in progress, so hang tight. It'll get there.
Yeah, I just to put it into your attention. Nobody knows that. Not many knows that. So the version I've got is FS Enhancer version 0.6.2 alpha.
That's
correct?
one.
Okay. Is it difficult to install, or does I read the instructions?
No, if you don't get it right, I'll show you. If you can watch it on my video, I did the installation there. What you basically do is you drop the cloud puffs into the bitmap folder under your default. What's it? Let me quickly get it. If I see it, I remember it easier. So you go to
Yeah, I don't see you've got instructions here how to do it, but I will manage.
No.
I will see. I will watch your video.
Yeah, I just had to get it, Johan. What you do is you drop the bitmaps into the resources /bitmaps/ clouds is the one, and sky colors is the other one. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You'll see there's a few of each. Okay, so you just distribute the textures into the appropriate folder, and then you put your Lua scripts in the Lua script folder. That's all.
Okay, so all the .pngs goes to that bitmaps folder, and all the Lua files go into your Lua scripts.
Yeah,
that's easy enough.
Yeah, but just realize Sky Colors has got its own folder and Clouds has got its own.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, Clouds and Sky Colors are two different folders.
All right. There you go, Danny. That's FS Enhancer 6.0.2 alpha. So it's not even in beta yet. This is extremely raw, out of the press, brand new. So that's what we've got right now. man. Keep on pressing the wrong buttons. Danny, we've had some of the clouds look really pretty. We went through different cloud layers. One of the things that we now have with these clouds is distinctive multiple layers in the clouds, which you don't usually see. So yeah, there's still work to be done, but I'll gladly help the developer, with his work here. The guy deserves it. I mean, he's excellent. He's a great gentleman, and I've given him some feedback, and I'll give him some more feedback, and we're all gonna help as far as possible.
His name is Enrico. Is that word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nico, where's it downloadable from?
I gave the link in the stream.
Apologies, I've just had 5 minutes away. I'll take a look.
Hold on. Give it to you. Pretty sure someone else is going to ask it again.
Got it. I think I've got it.
Yeah, it's Facebook/FSE team. And then you need to skip the actual pinned post. It's underneath the pinned post. There's a version 6 development update. You need to download it from there.
Okay, sir.
I see you guys had a powwow, a bit of a ping pong match about John Fly. Shame.
Oh yeah.
Alex and his normal witty self. I didn't know, but Alex has got a PhD in chemical engineering, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he's so flippin' clever.
Dr. Alex.
Yes.
So it's not just Dr. Alex, he's some, yeah.
Yeah, no, he knows how to put part A with part B, eh? Man, listen, I'm gonna throw this speed brake out and I'm gonna start helping this guy descend, because this is ridiculous. We are so high and we've got not much space left to maneuver. We're gonna have to start thinking about helping him down.
The clouds are even multicolored, shades of grey.
Yeah. One of the things that Enrico's always done is he's made the clouds much more realistic than, in terms of the display. In relation to some other clouds, because I've looked at a lot of pictures. Look, and I know when I was still flying, and even today when I just look up, usually a cloud is more darker at the base than at the top. And you won't believe how many people have given him, problems because of him making it look that way. And then he's actually shown pictures. There you go. You, there's a big difference between reality and expectation in the flight sim world.
Yes.
Sometimes it's really bloody annoying.
Yeah, if you watch rack statues, for FSX or P3D, it's also like that. Darker clouds in between the lighter clouds.
Yes, yeah, you see that there too. I don't see the runway line extended at all. I don't see it. For me, it looks just the same. In fact,
I had the same problem with Princess Juliana the other day. It doesn't show the runway. I don't know why. Maybe I must delete my
the airport and runway.
And airport.
It's because it went too slow, Phil. It dropped. You see, it's currently in ARM mode. So what happened was the speed dropped too low, and then the Zibo logic kicked in, the FMC logic, and.
What if you put in fixes?
I'm not going to worry about that. We are going to literally start pulling flaps now, and we're going to put the speed brake on, intervene with the speed, and go down slow. We're probably going to have to do a go around now. We are way too high. In actual fact,
Yeah, that approach always put you too high, I know.
Yeah, what I am actually going to do is this. You see now, look how it's now dive bombing us. We don't want to dive bomb, Uncle.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not. I didn't say Uncle John. I said Uncle to the plane. Damn it! That was a sudden dive there.
I hope your flying surfaces is remove flying surface.
No, I wasn't in the red band yet, so I'm still fine. No, that's definitely active, so I need to be careful. Yo, look at that, eh? You know what? We've dive bombed so much, we don't even have to
That's
really.
beautiful, that is.
Yeah, we don't have to do much. Let's just fly it manually. Why don't we just fly it manually from here on? Why do we have to worry? We'll just fly it manually.
If I was a passenger, I'd get worried about that terrain.
We came in over the Cape Mountains one day, and we were in the clouds, and the next moment I saw like Parel Mountain right here below me, and I went, yes, we were close. Wow, we were close. The reason we came in high was because if you look at the relation of where the actual runway is and this mountain, we have to go over this mountain on the left and then dive bomb. That's why it's done this way. I want to tell you something else. In my humble opinion, one shouldn't land on runway 22. One should land on runway 4. It's okay to take off runway 4 coming this way, but to land you really need to skip this nonsense, because now we are completely in the wrong place. Oh yeah, no, Gibraltar's rock will definitely help you slow down, man, if you're in bad weather and you don't concentrate.
What approach did you choose, Nico?
It was the Viva 6 right. 6R, sorry, not right, 6R. Runway 04 right. Sorry, runway 22 right. But that's a problem. I won't do it again. I've learned my lesson. It's spectacular and nice and all, but this is not the way to fly properly.
Yeah. I want to check the Google Maps map for that approach.
I think that's the airport there in front of us, over there.
You choose the Charlie or the Romeo? Viva 6 Charlie or Romeo?
Romeo.
To left.
2500.
Right.
Yeah, I see what you've done there. I see that approach. So that's a
stupid
approach.
Yeah, it's stupid. I won't do it again. I mean, this is all spectacular and all, you know, but it's not proper.
You see, at Gato, you have to be below 22,000 feet. I think that messed it up. There should be two, you know, below 22,000 feet and above something.
Yeah. It's not that it's messed up. It's a question of, I should have planned it better. But, I mean, we literally, we got to Geneva. We did what we had to do. We came back. I didn't have much time to plan
I think that approach you do with vertical selector. It doesn't do it with VNAV.
Or you're gonna have to fly manually like what I'm doing now, because it's totally not doable any other way. You can't use VNAV here. It won't work. I still think it's just ridiculous to even try and do this approach. Why? It's stupid.
Yeah. I think Escobar's stomach's in his throat now.
Probably.
Damn Escobar.
Probably.
At his ears popped.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Burchell.
Stabilized, yeah. Fighter pilot skills, guys. If you can't do it, don't do it.
That waves looks good.
The what?
The waves on the sea.
Where?
Also a feature of efficient answer, I think.
Yes.
400. 300. 200.
Think rate.
Come on, floater.
5,000 feet remaining. 4
Ah!
remaining. 3
Bloody reverser didn't kick in and I was pressing forward again. Ah! We're not gonna make it. We're gonna end up in the water.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
No, 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 stop,
Press
stop,
that
stop,
brakes,
stop,
press
stop,
that
stop,
brakes, press that brakes, press that brakes.
stop, 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 stop. I didn't have auto brake enabled, and when I pushed the throttle forward, the reversers didn't activate.
Oh my goodness, I see selectors on.
Off. Oh, goodness.
All the passengers are in front of you now.
What are you trying to do? Give everybody a heart attack?
Captain John, we can't all be as good as you are. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Listen, you stopped. That's the main thing.
My hands are actually sweating. This was so too real.
Call the fire service to cool down your brakes.
Yeah, this was more real than I wanted. Interesting technique. Phil, I'm so glad you can say it diplomatically, my friend. It's an interesting technique. Oh, when you're an idiot sometimes, you know. Johan, it's your fault.
Mine?
Yeah, you and I were talking too much and we were not considering that I had to land.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Sterile cockpit, brother, sterile cockpit.
Oh wow.
Anyways, guys, look, I said in the beginning of the stream I'm not much of an entertainer. I hope you guys had a thrill.
Well, I'm sitting on your lap now, so
No, no thank you. No, get off, get off. This was fun, man.
If you're sitting on his lap, then you're very brave.
Yeah.
After that braking, I have no choice, John.
That was extremely entertaining. Oh, thank you, Phil. Oh, thank you so much for being a gentleman. We're gonna watch the replay now. Actually, let's just stop right here and let's watch it. I think that's gonna be cool.
How long is that runway? Oh, you choose the shorter runway. 8,400 feet.
There was a lot of people saying, there goes our holiday.
The nose actually lifted. You see, the nose lifted. I had to push it back down because I was gaining speed again. Oh, goodness. It's gonna look like a rodeo. I told somebody the other day on Facebook, it's not like we're at the rodeo, you know. Ooh, he mustn't see this video. He's gonna have a field day with me.
Actually, that's go around conditions.
Actually, yes. Actually, I was thinking about it.
I was thinking about it.
Paul,
Wow.
it's your fault. It's your fault, I'm telling you.
I didn't want to make the usual joke, but there it happened anyway.
Nico's co-pilot was also fast asleep. We didn't notice the auto brakes was off.
Yeah, nobody cared. That's what you get when nobody cares.
Maybe it's time for Zibo's co-pilot. But fucking, no?
No ways, no. Look, like I said, I'm not much of an entertainer. If that's the sum total of entertainment you got, I'm happy. When I fly offline, shit like this doesn't happen. I want to see that radio horse. I mean, it bucked quite badly there.
Did you switch your auto throttle off?
Yes. But when I pulled my throttles back, you see there it goes in there and it dives again. Oh my goodness. When I pulled the throttles back to engage the reverses didn't engage. So I pushed it full forward, obviously wanting full reverse thrust. And then I gave full power.
Okay, so the reverses didn't engage. No, why not?
I probably didn't pull it far back enough.
Okay.
We can say it's a Zibo bug, but I won't dare say that. It was just me being an idiot.
No, I don't think it's a bug because
Of course it's not a bug. I'm joking.
assigned the button on my joystick, and when I press that button, it goes to full reverse.
No, Johan, it's just a joke.
Yeah, I don't have to engage the throttle anymore. It does it all. I think you must use that setting.
No, man, this never happens. This was just a fluke.
Well, you then ended up in the sea, so all good.
Mm-hmm.
I like the captain's comment.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, you saw that girl here in the seat just behind you.
Look, there it goes up again.
And now she's on your lap.
Now she's on my lap. Oh, there's method in my madness. You must realize that. I'm more clever than I look.
Humpikadonk.
Oh, look how it goes up into the air and then I push it back down. That's when I realized there was something wrong.
Yeah,
look,
just there
it
you
goes.
Lifts. You must go do a go around. Just there.
Yeah. I know. Geez, Johan, I've got in excess of 6,000 hours on this bird. You won't say it if you look at this landing, but I mean, it's all part of the entertainment. Just accept that.
I love it.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, I know, Uncle John. I would give myself probably a 4, but you're just being nice. I know.
Well, no, the fact is you didn't end up in the water, so it's got to be a 6.
Okay, so there's 2 bonus points in that one. Okay.
You got it.
Do you check that shark there? Just there, the waterfront. There's a shark sticking out there, his head out there.
Okay.
Waiting for you.
Okay.
I've got toe prints in my floor now from pressing the brakes for you.
I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
I was grabbing for the handbrake.
Guys, if I were not this hungry, and I'm really, really hungry sitting here now, like I said, my wife's not here. I need to go fetch something to eat. If I wasn't hungry, I would definitely go start this flight and fly circuits here, just for the hell of it. But right now, I need to go grab something to eat.
While you're doing that, Nico, I need to go and do a little bit of shopping.
Right, guys, as far as I know, there is a Zibo group flight planned for this evening on Watson again, so you guys are welcome to join us. If all goes well, I will stream that as well again, so we'll see what happens. Other than that, we'll check you guys when we see each other again, whenever.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah, thanks guys for being here. It's awesome having you guys here. It gave me a good laugh. Thank you so much.
I drove 120 miles to make sure I was here.
Thank you, Captain John. You're awesome. That should do the trick. Thanks, Phil. Is all the lights off? No, taxi lights still on. There we go. Now the doors will open.
Catch you in a bit then, Nico. And all the best, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Okay,
Thank you,
bye,
guys.
John.
Bye-bye. Let's run the thank yous while we can. Don't know why they make it so difficult to roll the credits. You have to go and find it in the other side of town. But anyway, there you go.